Hello, my friends. Welcome to the new shooting space. I am Arsenic Dealer, and I will be dealing you my strongest arsenics today. Hello, everyone at home. How are you today? I'm doing good. My name is May, and this is my buddy Duncan. Hello. This is the book Womb that we're going to be talking about today. I tell you what, it's amazing the things that people choose to do with the imagination that God gave them, that internal divine power that they have, where your emanations become real right before your very eyes, and they kind of take on a life of their own, become real in and of themselves, our fictions. They become real, which is why this book is very dangerous, because if this fiction were real, then I feel like we would be cringing kind of all the time at what might happen to our genitals. So I guess first and foremost, right, this is one of those books that people frequently bring up when they talk about like the most shocking modern literature or like contemporary splatterpunk. I certainly am not one to disagree. I'm not disagreeing whatsoever. It is an extremely graphic book. It's pretty short. Takes you about maybe an hour to read it. I don't know. I read kind of fast, but I got through this guy in no time. Matter of fact, to completely derail this conversation and talk about, myself like a narcissist, my last book, Angels, it was modeled somewhat after the size and form factor of this book. Part of me really likes this. Something about just a very short, very handheld, compact book that's filled with dirty secrets. There's something about that. I really like that. I got a few of those. So I don't know. There have been times in my life where I really wanted to like have that myself, have my own little tiny, paperback that's all nasty and terrible, and Duncan Ralston has mastered this in this book, in my opinion. I think a lot of people also say that book, Things Have Gotten Worse Since Last We Spoke. That's like another kind of work of the tiny book that does a lot and is very difficult. So let's talk about what this book is about, because this book is about something. I think it has some debts. I'm not going to say it doesn't. I think one of the big debts is Robert Bloch's Psycho. There's like this, there's like two vibes that are very Psycho-like in this book. The first is that the main character is giving Anthony Perkins in the film Psycho. He's very, I can't remember that character's name. What was that character's name from Psycho?
Which one?
The main character, not Marion Crane, but the other the guy who kills. My chat is screaming at me right now. What?
Bateman.
Patrick, but no, that's American Psycho.
No.
Dang it.
Bateman, not Patrick.
No, he's not named Bateman. Patrick, wait, Bates. Norman Bates.
Bates, yeah.
Wow. Fire me from this job. Fuck. Anyway, main character is giving a big Norman Bates energy here, and I like that. And it also takes place in a motel. There's something about that. Now, the majority of the book takes place between, it's like a conversation occurring between the main character, his name is Angel, which is extremely ironic, and then this prostitute that he is seeing named Shyla. And essentially what he really wants to do, he has like a master plan, a scheme, if you will. He desires greatly to, crawl back inside, if you know what I mean. In a heart-shaped box in utero sort of sense. He wants to try to reverse the process. Why would he do such a thing, one might ask? Well, let me tell you, my friends. It has a lot to do with like a belt sander and a human body part. And that ought to make anybody want to crawl right back up in there and try again. So this book is about a guy who really just wants to climb back in there and try again. So it's an unfortunate thing. I'm going to tell you the truth now. I'm not afraid of you, you son of a bitch. I control you. I read this book at 5 a.m. one day. I could not sleep, and I frequently, when I can't sleep, I'll pick up some literature and I'll give it a read. I've read this a couple of times. The last time I read it, though, it was like 5 in the morning. I couldn't sleep, and I was like, yeah, I wonder what that's all about these days. Tell you what. Whew. Interesting 5 a.m. reading, my friends. So I guess I don't have a ton to say. Beyond that, I did want to highlight and bring up Womb. I've never personally spoken to Duncan Ralston. I have been in circles tangentially related to Duncan Ralston, and I've had a curiosity or two about speaking to him. He like myself have experienced the corruption of the human spirit. So we just see the world a little differently. And in that way, I kind of feel like he and I might get along a little bit, but we'll have to find out someday later on in the future. Anyway, Duncan, if you're listening, hey, I liked your book. Good job. I think a lot of people like this book. I do not think that it is a shocker to say this one's pretty good. But, I'll say this. It's very equal opportunity. It's very nuanced. It's extremely understanding of its characters. And in a weird way, it's very friendly. I don't feel like anything that it does is done maliciously. Hold your comment. I know. But those who have read the book are screaming, but it's not that. It's just, it's in good spirit. Okay. It's not Curtis Yarvin or whatever. It's good. It's in good spirit. We like these. Go pick it up in your local bookstore today. I've been May Leitz, and this has been a video review of Womb. Womb is going to get one of these guys. I don't know if this is going to be my review metric in the future. One of these guys? I don't know. Anyway, okay. That's going to have to be it for me in this video. Thanks for watching. I tell you to subscribe, but you're not going to want to do that. Yeah, trust me. You're not going to want to do that. Okay.